Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 24 with the Chicago Cubs. We're almost ready for the start of I guess it's our 9th season. We look a little different this season. We brought up Brad Campbell to replace Drew Romo behind the plate. We brought in Junior Garcia from the Dodgers in exchange for who? Pete Crow Armstrong, that's right. We traded PCA and Brody Breck, 27-year-old reliever. And we got a big bat in return. So we have Drew Burris, who is going to start in center field for us in place of PCA. And from a glove perspective, I don't think there's going to be much of a drop-off. There might not even be much of a drop. They might even be better offensively. So, yeah, the team looks a little different from a pitching perspective. Pretty much the same rotation, Burns, Santana, Contreras. We brought in Jackson Phipps from Philadelphia in the offseason. Pitched 161 innings, struck out over 200 batters last year. We have Harrison Alkins, who's going to start in AAA. He's not quite ready yet. Our first round, or our top prospect, Von Necker, is coming along. We're going to let him get some time in AAA this season, but just had a nice bump to his ratings here recently. So he'll probably be our starting first baseman next year, maybe even this year, depending on how Medellin does to kick the season off. So that is kind of where we are. And I did make a trade, and I made a trade that I'm really actually quite happy with. So one of the issues that we're going to have at the end of the season is what do we do with Casey Schmidt, right? Casey's 31 years old now. He's been a huge part of this rebuild that we've put together here in Chicago. But he wants 4 years, about $100 million, taking him till he's 35 or 36. So I had to go out and find ourselves a young third baseman, and I did that. He's in AAA right now. I brought in Luis Cabrera from the Oakland Athletics. You can see he's really, really good defensively. The bat, with a little bit more time, looks like it should replace at least the majority of what we were getting from Casey Schmidt. So we brought in Luis Cabrera. We did have to part with quite a bit to get him, but I am happy with the return. We had to give up Zaire Ventus, who is one of our top picks a couple of years ago. He hit pretty well in rookie ball. He moved up to high A, struggled. He's already 22. The ratings are okay. He's going to strike out a crap ton. Good defensively out in right field. We also sent Ramiro Catano, who was a international guy that we had picked up, and the ratings had been kind of going the wrong direction here in his potential. And then Lionel Espinoza, who was just filler. And then we get Luis Cabrera back. So Cabrera's the number 179. So we traded the 198 prospect and the 242 prospect for the 179th top-rated prospect. He'll probably be with the team next season. So those are the deals. That was the one deal we made after I kind of stepped away from things in the last episode, which is, man, I recorded that almost a week ago now. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. We'll play opening day, and we'll get through the end of June like we normally do. So we have to trim our roster down. We're at 36. So we'll send Alkins down to AAA right off the bat. We have 18 pitchers. We have to send 5 more to the minors. Lozano, Shores can both go down. We'll send 3 more down. Angulo has to be DFA'd. Does anybody want him? Nope. That one's a little disappointing. I mean, I guess it's not a surprise given how long he was hurt for, but it would have been nice to have him develop. We send 2 more pitchers down. I think Schwellenbach's got to be one. We're probably going to have to DFA him, yeah. I don't think anybody takes him, though, so I'm not too worried about it. And then Chase Watkins. So there is our rotation. Burns, Santana, Contreras, Phipps, and Eder. Oh, and we also re-signed Corbin Burns to that contract. It's really 2 years, right? 26 this year, 26 next. I don't suspect the ratings drop this season. We may be on the hook for a pretty bad pitcher next season. But if he's really bad next season, he won't meet the vesting option. We can afford to eat that for 1 year. And if he's really good, then, paying him $26 million when he's 38 won't be the worst thing in the world. Vinicio, it wants as our closer. We had Nunez as our closer last year, right? Yeah, he was really good. So let's try Vinicio this year as a stopper and have Nunez as our closer / middle relief. 8th in close game. Fulton and Flores as our setup men. That's fine. Burrows will be middle relief. Lauer will be long relief, emergency starting pitcher. He'll be middle and long. What does that look like now? Palencia and Burrows as our middle relievers. Charbel Gonzalez, Eric Lauer as our long relievers. Yeah, that's fine. So it'll be Nunez, Vinicio, Fulton, Flores pitching more than anybody else, which I think I'm okay with. Our bullpen looks a little weaker this year than what we've seen in past seasons, so that might be something we have to think about going forward. 30 players on our roster, so we got to send 3 down. I can never remember if it's this league or if it's my White Sox league that has 27 man rosters. Carter Smith is our backup. I mean, we've got a couple of players here with some pretty good gloves. I think Carter Smith starts in AAA. I don't think he's quite ready yet. No reason to rush him. And Wilkin, I guess. He had 43 home runs last year in AAA. Yeah, he's got to clear waivers. Guess we try to trade him. See if anybody's... okay. Adonis Guzman. He's a captain. Decent glove. Oh, because I have it set on catchers only. I was like, that was weird. Oh, that doesn't change anything at all. Interesting. Okay. Meh. What do we got on the trade block? Is there a reliever on the trade block that maybe we can trade him for? Nope. Fujinami's not bad. He's just a dip. Everybody hates him. We got Palante. We can bring him back. Pitched for us a couple of years ago. I guess we just DFA. That's a little disappointing to DFA the first overall draft pick that we made, but that's okay. All right, so there is our 27. Are we allowed to have 27? I can't remember. We'll get to opening day and we'll see. Oh, that's right. We signed JT Realmuto. I forgot about that. That's right. We brought in Realmuto to be our starting catcher, and we are our backup catcher, and we'll send Aliendo down to AAA. I had forgotten that we had done that. The bats, the bat's not there anymore, but he's still good defensively, and he was popular, so we get a small fan interest bump from that. So I think that was worth it. All right, let's get to tomorrow. And I'm hoping maybe there's a really good pitcher on waivers that we can pick up. We've had some success there in the past. We'll play opening day, and then I'll sim like I normally do. It's thinking about it. So pretty successful run through here with the Cubs. We've made the playoffs 6 straight seasons, I think. 1 World Series to show for it. I'd like to get at least 1 more to consider this a true success. I know with the Cardinal or the Diamondbacks last year, we won 3 in a row. We didn't win any with the A's. Yeah, we struggled with the A's, that's for sure. Top 100 prospects, Luis Ramon is the number 4 overall prospect. He was our international guy this year. Yep. He's going to be, if those ratings hold up, he'll be one of the best players in baseball. The Orioles have 3 top 10 prospects. Opening day, we signed a bunch of a bunch of veterans to minor league contracts. Brought them to Yanni Hernandez actually might not be a bad option at second base for us. Look at those ratings. Can he play second? Not really. I mean, does he play over Medellin? I kind of think so. Wow, last minute changes here by the Chicago Cubs. All right, so let's clear the lineups. All right, we're where we need to be. So we need to set our lineups. All right. So batting, ratings, let's clear the depth charts as well. All right. So do we go I think we go Torres in the 2-hole and Yanni Hernandez in the leadoff hole as our DH. Go Mikey Romero. I think, no, Romero's the better hitter. I mean, let's not get carried away here. Hernandez looks good, though. He looks good. Actually, I think he's my first baseman, is what I said. Garcia, although I'm not crazy about having the two lefties at the top of our lineup. Yeah, I'm not crazy about going lefty, lefty, righty, righty, but it is what it is. Schmidt is our starting third baseman. Catcher, center field. Who's our center fielder? It is Burris, right. Starting shortstop is Campbell, and our starting catcher is Brad Hall. Shut off the audio on this. Cool. So, generate the depth chart. So, Real Muto will start him every third game. Yeah, I mean, we get a high OBP guy at the bottom of our lineup. Maybe we do this instead. At Yanni Hernandez 9th and hope that, I mean, if he puts up a 350 on base percentage at the bottom of our lineup, I will take that. Says he's suited to be a leadoff hitter, but I would prefer Romero at the top of the lineup because he's just a better overall hitter. Corona every 5th game. McCracken, Corona, Garcia, Mayer start him like every 4th game. And then let's copy this lineup. Paste, and I think against lefties we can move Hernandez up and we'll move Torres down. We won't bat him last. I mean, no reason to bat him in the 9-hole like that, but maybe something like this. Burris is pretty good against lefties. I think we do that. So we'll go Romero, Hernandez, Garcia, Katowski, Schmidt, Torres, Burris, Campbell, and Hall. Depth chart, Realmuto every 3rd game. Yeah, Mayer can start every 3rd game in center field. That's fine. All right. I think our lineups are set. We look like we're pretty darn good from an offensive perspective. But I've said that before. No, I didn't want to look at trade blocks. I wanted to look at the waiver wire. Pitching potential. What do we got? Gabriel Sosa. I don't want to pay him the $2 million. I can't afford to pay him the $2 million. Osiris Herman. Ground ball pitcher. Not a bad option. Wow. 70 movement and control for Soroka, huh? Let's take a run at, he's 31. I really shouldn't be worried about the age at this point. I'm just looking to make our team the best team possible, right? Sean Dubin? I mean, as a reliever, his stuff probably goes to 65. Extreme ground ball. Sure. Let's put a Swayman on Dubin. I can't afford him. Because he's on a minor league deal. All right, that means somebody else put in an offer for him, I think. Strotman. What about Strotman? All right. He's very popular, so maybe that'll help. And I'm always looking for those boosts, right? Always looking for those fan interest bumps. We're currently at 100, so we're good there. And it's time for opening day. All right, so we will send up Romero, going against a lefty. All right, Mikey Romero, Yanni Hernandez, Junior Garcia, Katowski, Schmidt, Torres, Burris, Campbell, and Hall with Corbin Burns on the mound. Corbin 46-21 in 3 years as a member of the Cubs. On the other side, they got Fabio Peralta, Jordan Walker, Javier Bolivar, Zach Rank. Wow. That's a good bat. Brenton Doyle, Luis Crespo, Chris Norwood, Danny Jansen, Brooks Lee, and Julio Urias. Was 5-5 with a 3.16 last year for the Dodgers. So let's get to some baseball and see how opening day goes. I feel like our offense is better this year, but again, I've said that before, and we've ended up in the lower half, so we'll see how it starts out. Mikey Romero rounds out catcher to first. Yanni Hernandez strikes out, and Junior Garcia with a base hit to center field. Katowski, fly ball to center. That ends the inning. 2-out single, goes for naught. So we send Burns up there against Fabio Peralta. Catch made by Burris, 1 out. 0-1 to Walker. Fly ball to left, it is. And the 0-1 to Bolivar is a ground ball to short. 1-2-3 first. Casey Schmidt with a leadoff single in the second inning. Torres now strikes out. Burris, his big league debut, pops out to right. And Campbell out to third. Get a leadoff single. Can't do anything with it. Rank strikes out swinging. Brenton Doyle. Fly ball to right. Catch is made out there. And Crespo flies out to right as well. 6 up, 6 down for Burns here through 2. Hall with his big league debut. He just hit a home run in his big league debut. Oh, the catch is made at the wall. Ooh, almost took it out of the park. Mikey Romero to right center field. Splits the outfielders. He'll have a 1-out double here. And Yanni Hernandez. Ball gets away. Romero to third. 2-1 on Yanni. Draws a walk. First and third for Garcia. Strikes out, first and third for Katowski. And I think they get out of the inning. They do. All right. Well, we get runners at the corners with 1 out for our 3 and 4 hitter and can't do anything with it. The Cardinals have their first hit of the game, a leadoff single in the third. 1 out. A balk. Down to second goes Norwood. 2-2, and we're down 2-0. My center fielder didn't even move. Brooks Lee, 436 feet to left center field. So Burns gives up a 2-run homer, and we're down 2-0. Casey Schmidt strikes out. Torres second, and Burris, he strikes out. So Urias with 5 Ks through 3.5, or 4 for him, I guess. Bolivar with a fly out to center. Rank with a single to left. Doyle strikes out. And Crespo hit by a pitch. Norwood now. Grounds in front of the plate. That'll be a 2-3 put out. So we're through 4 and we're still down 2-0. We got Campbell, Hall in the top of the order. Campbell 4-3. Hall with another flyout, 2 away in the 5th. And Mikey Romero. Flyout to right. So offense not getting anything done here through half a ball game. Danny Jansen with a flyout to right. Diving catch made out there by Torres. Brooks Elite. Ground ball to short. Peralta now, 2 outs, nobody on in the 5th. That's a fly out to right, so 1-2-3 5th. Burns has pitched well, but once again, no offense here for him. Yanni is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Grounds to third, and he's out on the 5-3. Garcia strikes out. And Katowski strikes out. So Urias is dominating here through 5.5. Jordan Walker, ground ball to third. There's 1. Payoff pitch to Bolivar. It's a ball. Mike Burrows now is the new pitcher. So Burns goes 5 1/3, gives up 3 hits and a couple of runs. Doyle, ground ball to first, and that retires the side in the 6th. Casey Schmidt leads off in the 7th. With a ground out to the shortstop. Torres. He grounds out to the third baseman. And Burris draws a 2-out walk. Campbell strikes out. So Urias 8 strikeouts through 7. Leadoff single against Burrows by Crespo. Not able to turn 2, but we get the lead man. Fly ball to left and a diving catch into the stands by our left fielder, Katowski, and now Brooks Lee. He's hit by a pitch. Hit a home run earlier. Gets hit by a pitch. Peralta grounds out there, so we're through 7. We still have no runs. Hall leads off against Urias. There's another strikeout for Urias. Give him 9. Vesia coming in against Tommy White. So we're pinch hitting for Mikey Romero, huh? All right. So there's a double for Hernandez. He's been on base a couple of times. Tying run at the plate. It's going to be a strikeout. Yep. We're going to get shut out on opening day. Not ideal. Vinicio, I always call him Vicinio. It's Vinicio. Comes in to get the side in the 8th, hopefully. Ground out, walk, strikeout. So Vinicio strikes out a pair. And we go to the 9th. We've got 4, 5, 6 against Reynaldo Lopez. Katowski leads off the 9th with a fly ball to medium right field, 1 away. Corona pinch hitting. And he picks up a double to right field. A 1-out double for Corona for Torres. Torres fly ball to center. Catch is made out there. 2 away now, and the runner goes to third, and Drew Burris is potentially our final hope, and he is our final hope as we get shut out by Julio Urias on opening day, 2-0. Burns didn't pitch poorly, but Urias 7 1/3, 9 strikeouts, a couple of doubles, Romero, Hernandez, Corona, and that is that. So I'm going to pause here. I'm going to sim till the middle of May, and we'll do May through June. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, we are back. It is the middle of May. I think literally the middle of May, right? May 16th. Yep, the middle of May. We are 25-13, 2.5 games up on the Cardinals, 6 up on the Pirates, 8.5 up on the Brewers, and the Reds, who have been a thorn in our side for the last half decade. Currently 9 games out of first place. Third in runs scored, first in runs against. Defensive efficiency, we're in the top half again. I guess we'll start with the good. I mean, Michael Torres putting up 2.1 WAR. Again, a crazy BABIP, but he's hitting 360 at the moment, so we'll take it. Mike Campbell having a really good year with the bat. Drew Burris was the Rookie of the Month in April. He hit 340 or something in April. Has tailed off a bit here in May. Katowski, that average is super low right now. Still on pace for 51 home runs. I don't think he's going to hit 280 this year. I think we're too far gone from that. But if he can end up at 240, 250, give us a good 3.5, 4 WAR. Casey Schmidt has been above average. Mikey Romero, no power this year. In fact, his ratings look like they've dropped a little bit, which is a little disconcerting, but will survive. Junior Garcia, 7 home runs. He's doing okay. 27 knocked in. Brad Hall doing a nice job for us defensively. And then you got the rest of our team. Corona, 279. Rio Muto's doing a nice job in limited play time for us. That defense has plummeted for JT. Oof. All right. Well, it looks like Hall will be the guy we will be leaning on. Tommy White, 822 OPS. RJ's not really hitting this year. Hernandez putting up 350 on base percentage, so he's doing exactly what we brought him in to do, right? And then Danny McCracken's not getting much playing time. Pitching-wise, Esmeralyn Vinicio is having I don't expect that this will maintain, but 33 innings pitched. He's allowed 10 hits and 5 walks. That equates to a .45 whip. A 1,526 ERA plus. It's on pace for just one of the greatest, probably the greatest relief season ever. Our starting pitching has been hit and miss. Our top 3 starters have been good. Burns, Santana, and Contreras. Jackson Phipps has not been good, and Drew Strotman was forced into the rotation due to injury. Other than Vinicio, our top 5 bullpen arms, well, really, all of our bullpen except for Palencia has only been in 5 innings, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. But it hasn't been bad. Just Phipps and Strotman have struggled due to and we're without Eater for another week, so we get him back in a little while. Prospect watch, so to speak. Von Necker, 697 OPS so far in AAA, not great. Cabrera, 590 OPS in AAA, not great. Harrison Elkins, 9.36 ERA in AAA, not great. So things aren't going well for some of our prospects. Sechrist is not really hitting high A ball. The ratings suggest maybe he is not challenged enough, so let's call him up to AAA. Went meh. Kearns was our 2-way guy, right? Why did he not bat last season? All right. We got a lot of young talent, but it's still a ways off, so we'll see. And we still have a top 5 prospect in Luis Ramon. A lot of blue there in the international complex. If even 2 of these guys work out, we're in good shape. I don't think there's much to look at from a trade perspective right now. We get Eater back. That'll move Strotman back to the bullpen, which hopefully lengthens the rotation a little bit. So we're just going to start simming here. We got Tampa, 3-2 win. Good start for Phipps, 2 runs and 5 1/3. Vinicio, 2 more perfect innings of relief. RJ Mayer, 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. The offensive star, RJ. All right, we got Strotman on the mound here again today. We lose 7-0. Corbin Burns in the rubber match. Eventually. Another loss, so back-to-back losses to Tampa. We only have a 1-game and now a half-game lead on the Cardinals. Kansas City coming to town. That 165 batting average from Dakota is not going to cut it. We win 3-2. 3 hits for Torres, 3 hits for Campbell. RJ with 2 more RBIs. Santana already with more victories and 9 starts this year than he had all of last year. Game 2 at Kansas City. Looks like the Cardinals are hanging with us. We win again, 9-3. Eater's ready to come off the DL. So we scored 9 runs. Katowski doesn't have any of them. Hall, 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. He homers and Garcia homers. Contreras gets the win. Pitching staff. Palencia will go to the minors because he's been bad. All right, does anybody want him? Aaron Sabato. He's got some pop. Actually, not a bad bat against lefties, truth be told. Who would we replace? Our lefty bat right now is White. 50, 45, 65. 40, 55, 45, 55, 65, and 65I. So he's better. White's a better contact hitter, but that's it. Sabato is a better gap hitter. Home run power is the same, and he's got a better batting eye. So if we did something like this and then threw Tommy White your way, could we get a reliever that's making not a lot of money? Schmidt. Let's try that. Ugh. Sorry, my phone's beeping. So we have to... Injured list, right? That's what we're doing. So we'll put Eater on a... No, we will just do this. Strotman can go to the minors. And we'll just call Eater up. Put him back in the rotation. All right, so we're off today. We got Arizona starting tomorrow. No way. Okay. I mean, I'm fine making that deal, honestly. All right, so we got 2 at home or 3 at home against Arizona. 12-2 win. Let's look at the box score first. Mikey Romero, 3 hits, 3 runs scored. Torres, 3 RBIs. Katowski with his best game in a month. Campbell, couple hits. Hall, a couple RBIs. Phipps pitches well. That's what you like to see. And sure. Marino Santi. Go ahead and complete that deal. And then we can call Strotman back up as a long man. And then turn around and try to trade Tommy White. See if anybody's interested in him. We should be able to send him down if not. Should be able to just send him to the minors, right? Yep. All right. So then Sabato. him up. Make sure he's playing against lefties. And we can start to continue. We can start to continue. I don't know that that's a phrase, but we can continue to continue. And we lose 4-3. So we lose 2 out of 3 to Arizona. We're at home against Oakland now as we approach the end of May. We win the first game 14-3 behind Santana. Torres has his average up to 370. The 4-for-4, 4 RBI game. Yanni Hernandez 4-for-4 with 3 RBIs. Home runs from Garcia and Katowski. Santana picks up a win, his 6th win. Contreras going today. A lot of back to bay and on and off. Win-loss, win-loss. So our last 5 games. Yeah, so we lost 2, won 2. Win-lose, win-lose. So in theory, this should be a win if we want to stick to the pattern that we've had as of late, and it is. Yanni Hernandez suspended for 4 games. It's fine. We'll run with Sabato at first. Katowski 3-for-4 with 6 RBIs. That's a good game for him. That's a nice bounce back. Looks like he had a decent month of May. Phipps with another good start. That's 3 in a row. Venicio's up to a .64 ERA. Get up runs in back-to-back games. Oh, shoot him into the moon. All right, we got 3 in Seattle to finish off the month of May. Game 1. Thinking about it, Corbin Burns struggling a bit this year. 2-4 with an ERA north of 4. I don't think his ratings have dropped. I just don't think he's been, excuse me, pitching particularly well. So Phipps ratings dropped. Yeah, that stuff at a 65 means he's not nearly as good. Hall gets better. Alkins gets better. Or gets worse, rather. Already seen most of these when we were looking through the roster list just a minute ago. All right, so we lost the first game. We're 31-19. We're a game up. I want to see how Katowski did in May. 215. Yeah, not really much better. In fact, his OPS was worse. All right. Seattle at home, or at Seattle, I guess. Another loss. And the final game of the series is a win. 7-4 in 10. Garcia 2-for-4. Torres 3 hits. Mikey Romero 2 hits. Campbell 2 hits. Benicio gives up 2 more runs. His ERA is up to an even 1. That's inexcusable. Inexcusable. All right, we're on the road against the Dodgers now. So we get into June, a 4-3 loss. We're no longer in first place. Another loss. And another loss. Cool. Cincinnati now. We're 2 games out of first place. 6-0 win. We needed that one. Katowski with a 3-run homer. Schmidt with 3 hits. Burns 7 shutout. Game out of first now. We win again. So back-to-back wins. Katowski with another home run. Yep. 3-run home runs on back-to-back days. Yeah, I mean, he's still on pace for 57 home runs and 156 RBI, so I'm not going to complain. But he needs to keep that power up if the average is going to stay that low. All right, game 3 against Cincinnati. Can we sweep the Reds? We cannot. It would have been nice to get ourselves back on track there, but it's a 5-0 loss. Phipps pitches today against Houston. We do win 6-4. I think we need another starting pitcher, guys. I think our bullpen is fine. I think our offense is fine. I think we need another starting pitcher. Campbell 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs. Phipps was okay, though. Phipps was okay. See if Eater can turn it around. I mean, his ratings suggest he should be all right. BABIP's a little high. Game 2 against Houston. Another loss. Game 3. We win, so we take 2 out of 3 against the Astros. Kotowski with another home run. Burris, a couple of hits and an RBI. Hall's average down to 211. Not really hitting any worse than Drew Romo was, frankly. Corbin 4-4. An ERA of 4. Got the Phillies now. Half a game out of the division lead. The Phillies are 34-30. Game 1. Tied for first. We win and we lose Eduardo Nunez for a month. That's not good. This one 5-4. Garcia, a couple hits and an RBI. Schmidt, a couple of hits and an RBI. His 5th home run. All right, so I think we can. I got a message from, where did I see that? Casey Schmidt. I'm sure you would like to stick around, but not at $23 million a year. I'm sorry. How are we financially? All right, fans are still coming out. The fan loyalty is still at 100. Or the fan interest is still at 100. Waiver wire? We got any relievers on the waiver wire? Nope. Did see Roman Anthony with the Red Sox, so he's with Texas now. All right, trade block. I don't really need a bat. We're looking at pitchers. Jalen Beeks is making $11 million. Musgrove making $10 million. Take to acquire a Jalen Beeks, because they would have to retain it all. Does this work? Are we good with this? I feel like let's try Lozano instead. They'll probably laugh in our face. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's see if they'll take that. All right. Second game against Philadelphia. Almost. They want Michael Torres. Okay, well, that's not going to happen. So Garcia with 3 hits and an RBI, Romero with 3 hits and an RBI, Schmidt with 3 hits and 2 RBIs, Campbell with 3 hits, Corona with 2 hits. Romero, the power is just gone. It's kind of weird. We got to call somebody up. Who do we call up? I don't know. Guess we'll go Charbel Gonzalez. Stick him in a middle relief role. That's fine. Final game of the series against the Phillies is a loss. So we haven't been able to go on like a, 8 out of 9 stretch. Like that would be huge here. Win 7 out of 8, something like that. Lose the first game to Pittsburgh. Win that one 9-3. Mikey Romero, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Kotowski, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Hall is hurt. Oh, good. Bruised back. Okay, he's all right. He's all right. All right, so we win the second game against Pittsburgh. We look for the third win. We look to win the series, and we do 5-4. Katowski 3 for 4 with 5 knocked in. Torres 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Santana the win. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't want to make any moves. Like, we need a starting pitcher. Like, our 4 and 5 are just, that's part of the reason we can't win 8 out of 9. Our starting pitching is not good. Someone like Joe Musgrove would be huge. They would have to retain. Or there is nothing to retain. It looks like maybe somebody else is already retaining his contract. So let's try that. At Milwaukee for game 1. We win 9-4. All right. Well, they want one of our best. No, I don't want to say one of our best players, but they want a really good player. That tells me that I don't think we're that far off. Contreras gets the win. Let's go back here and discuss this again. Excuse me. You know I'm not going to edit that out, so just deal with it, I guess. Juan Gallardo, you want him too? Let's start there and see how that works. See if that changes things. Yeah, and this is the problem. We just, well, I mean, we only lost 2-1. This wasn't a pitcher's fault. This was a we didn't hit the ball at all in this game. Fault, if that's a phrase. Edgar Cardenas. He's not a Wolf guy, an international guy. Is there anything in AAA that they might want, that they might have some interest in? Medellin. I'm just waiting for that moment where they say, you know, all right, we'll take this 40 overall guy in addition or something. So we win there. Yeah, it doesn't do it. Gets us a little closer. Now they just want Yanni Hernandez. I think we might hold off here, guys, and wait until July. See what happens when we get a little closer to the deadline. Torres 2 for 5 with 5 RBIs. Garcia only 11 home runs on the year with that 17 power. That's 70 power. It's a little concerning. Katowski, couple RBIs. Schmidt and Hernandez each have a couple of hits. Eater was really bad, but we get the win. Corbin Burns now versus Pittsburgh. Here's another win. And it hasn't been a great stretch, but this has been a good stretch for us. One that was definitely needed. Casey Schmidt 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Burns gets the win. Vinicio the save. Game 2. Another win, 10-0 this time. Garcia hits a home run finally. Burris 2 for 5, 4 RBIs. Yeah, Burris is giving us everything that we would have gotten out of maybe not quite as good defensively as PCA, but more than good enough. In the offense, he's been hitting better than PCA did too. Santana 6 1/3. Final game of the series against Pittsburgh is a loss. Now we got Miami for 4. There's a win, 4-1. Katowski with a home run. Yanni Hernandez a couple of hits. Phipps with the win. Yeah, that's a good start for him. Like to see that ERA sub 5, but we'll see. We'll take what we can get. Eater now looking for his first win of the year. He's been really bad. Wow. We lose 3-0. Corbin Burns tries to get us back on the winning track. And does. I don't know if he got the win, but we won. Yeah, he did get the win. He went 7. Schmidt hits a home run. Yeah. Sorry, Casey. Looks like this could be it for you. Last day of June, we are 46-30. We go into July. Thinking about it. 47-30. I will take it. 2-0 victory. Garcia with another home run. So he's hit a couple of home runs this week. Santana's 9-3. And we are 47-30. Yeah, 16-8, 15-11, 16-11. 3 pretty solid months. Offensively, we're 6th. So it's been better, but not great. We've got a couple of high batting average on base guys, top of our lineup. Garcia's on pace for 118 RBIs. Tukowski's on pace for 143. So they're driving in Romero and Torres when they get on base. We got Schmidt hitting well. Yeah, I mean, our offense looks pretty darn okay. We need more out of Yanni Hernandez, especially at first base. But I said 350 on base percentage. That's what he's given us. Hall, fielding-wise, he's been really good. The bat is fine. Again, this is what we were getting out of Romo, so I'm not going to complain about it. Sabato doesn't have he's 5 for 23 so far. Getting on base, though. Getting on base at a 400 clip. Corona's still not hitting. His time's done. We got to find a lefty bat to replace him down the stretch. So that's I think that's a bat we need to look for. Maybe we need a lefty bat and a first baseman. Maybe we can combine the two and figure that and go that route. From a pitching perspective, yeah, I think we need a starter. We need a starter. We can't have 2 guys with ERAs of 5.5 in your rotation. We're going to have to find ourselves another starter. I don't know where that person's going to come from since we don't have any money to spend this year. It's all next year. But we can deal with that next episode. So next episode will be July. We'll do the draft. We'll do the deadline. And we'll try to make a push here for another division title and a potential World Series. So, yeah, I'm thinking left-handed bat / first baseman. Could be 1, could be 2 players. And then another starting pitcher. And I think we're in good shape. So that's going to do it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you, as always, for the support. We're closing in on 1,600 subscribers. So if you like the video and you want to be one of the 1,600, click that subscribe button. Thanks for the support. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.